What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, Wealth Hacker Labs. I'm your gracious host, Jeff Rose. Want to do just a short video update regarding the first wave of $1,200 economic stimulus checks. And this message is for a very specific demographic right now. So if you are on some sort of Social Security benefit or Social Security disability, or if you know somebody that is on one of these two different benefits, then either watch this message or forward this video on to them, because we have an important deadline coming. So you're probably wondering, like, why is this still in the news? Like, why are people still haven't received their first $1,200 check? And the reason being, so going back to the CARES Act when it was first released, it was widely believed that those that were on Social Security weren't going to qualify to get any sort of economic stimulus check. So many people didn't even bother applying. And because of that, at the time of this recording, there's over 9 million Americans that still haven't received their first check because they just didn't know that they need to go through all the trouble, all the paperwork, or the online process to actually apply and get that check. But the IRS has been going to great lengths trying to get the message out, sending out a letter to people, trying to just get the word out, putting it on the news, YouTubers doing videos, just to basically get that message out. So what I want to share with you, and I've actually have a few different articles that you can read about this more in depth on my Forbes article. So if we take a look at my Forbes article, I'll show it to you here. There's a few that you can check out. This is the first one. This one was published last week. Once again, this is just talking about the letter that the IRS sent out. Once again, 9 million Americans still haven't received their first check. And this is basically like the first letter that went out. And then most recently, this is the article that I just published this morning on basically the same thing and what I wanted to address right here. So what is the deadline? Well, there's two deadlines really. The big one that's coming up is for September the 30th, and that is this deadline right here. So what this deadline basically is for is that if you are on Social Security, if you're on some sort of Social Security benefit, and you have children that meet the qualifying age, basically, which is under the age of 17, they qualify for a $500 check, and you can claim up to 2 children. So if you have 2 kids under the age of 17, that's $1,000 that you are missing out on. And all you have to do is submit the application, go through the process to reach that deadline. So that is the big deadline, and that is coming up because the time it's recording, it is September the 28th. So we've got 2 days to get that in. That's the first deadline. The second deadline is October the 15th. And this is basically the deadline to get the $1,200 check. So at that deadline, we've got about 17 days at the time of this recording to basically just submit the application, get your information on file so that you can get the check. Now, it is believed that if you don't do it, you're going to miss out, that you're not going to get the money. Well, technically, if you don't meet these deadlines, you still can qualify for a tax credit. And this is going forward to the following year whenever you file your taxes. This isn't as attractive because I know for me personally, I would much rather get a check than getting a tax credit. And this is the same article I just showed you. So here is information on if you missed the registration deadline. And I'll just go ahead and read it verbatim so you can see it here. But if you missed the deadline, it won't be your last chance to claim the 2020 stimulus payments. You'll be able to claim the stimulus payment as a credit on your 2020 tax return, which you will file for in 2021. Once again, I would much rather get a check than getting a tax credit. Plus you got to wait all that time to get it. And it just doesn't feel the same getting a credit versus getting an actual check. But to get the check, to even get the tax credit, you've got to file your taxes. You got to put the information in and just basically put your claim in to qualify to get that check. So once again, this is a short message. Don't want to spend too much time on it. I'll have links to this, my Forbes articles that talk more in depth. I actually have a link. Let me show you this real quick. So this is the actual Social Security update on their website, just talking about the exact same thing I just talked about, but I just want to show you that. So I'll have a link to that as well in the description so that you can check all of this out. If you are on Social Security benefits, Social Security disability, or if you know somebody that meets some of those requirements, share this information, share this video so that they can get the check, because I'm sure they could use it. And maybe they'll treat you to a nice dinner just for taking the time to help them apply to get this benefit. And they may get the $1,200 check. They might get an extra $1,000 if they got the qualifying children. So potentially we're looking at around $2,200 if they meet that. So I'm sure that could help out a lot of people right now. All right, y'all, this is Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome. Until next time, peace.